Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We are here, and once again, it is our great pleasure to be in your reality. We are, just to give locator, we are starting an afternoon discussion here in the mountains of North Carolina, Asheville. And you are wanting to, let's say, take a more significant look at who you are in this process of transformation. Last night we talked about the flowering of consciousness. So today we will explore the potentials of that flowering. We also talked about how to navigate these tumultuous times. And we would like to say to all of you that there's nothing wrong with your inner guidance. It's your conscious mind, or the P, that judges it. You all have the apparatus. You all have plenty of oomph and desire if you want to, let's say, get it up there. But as our vehicle mentioned, we have on occasion made note that humanity can tend towards a bit of laziness, and that sometimes can be a very good thing, which the nanosecond, the times in which you live, the acceleration of energy is pushing all of you forward. And so that wasn't what we thought it was it? So your job is to really focus on the potentials of these times. It is important to know some of the downsides so that you are not living in some sort of idealized bubble, and then you become shocked over what's taking place and then become inoperative. We want you to imagine yourselves as vital. There's no shortage of energy around you. You all look forward to spring. And it is unfolded down in the Piedmont, and there's a wave that is moving over the crest and through the mountains and across the country. And the flowers, the trees are blooming, the flowers are coming out, and there is life. And you can watch it turn almost before your eyes. And you all marvel at spring. But the same energy runs through your body as it runs through the trees, the plants, the earth, the sky, everywhere. And you get sometimes project-oriented, or you're going to clean the garage or get out and do your gardening, etc. And these are worthy, let's say, endeavors, but there's more going on. The energy is stirring you inside to awaken, to take action on what you have come to realize over the quieter winter moons. So use this springtime to seed whatever it is that you want. Dream in big ways, imagine, and yet be very practical at the same time. This will assist you with the flowering of consciousness, and will also, let's say, keep you in safe waters. So, we've given you a little bit to think about, and those who were here last night have a lot to think about, who slept on some of our words. So let's turn it over to you and see what it is you'd like to know, where you would like to explore. Please be mindful of each other's questions and see if what you say can fit into a subject that you are building. There's lots of energy to be had. As we've said, it's everywhere. We bring our own energy, and we help you direct that energy into your physical form. And then you are enlivened. And then what you do with your enlivenment, of course, is up to you. So, who would like to start off this afternoon's discussion? Gail, would you like to have a word there, or pass?
Sure.
Good.
In a tape not too long ago, you talked a little bit more about the mechanism of becoming multidimensional. And if I have this right, you talked about raising frequency, okay, and matching that frequency to higher harmonics. I guess what you would have previously called master numbers, but higher harmonics of frequency. And those higher by matching and joining those, somehow would activate or allow the activation of the codes that we have that you talked about, but more important, allow us then to become multidimensional. So I started thinking about that a lot, and one of the things that I have previously thought about just raising your frequency, kind of a random ad hoc thing. Oh, you know, I'll breathe here, I'll go pick a flower here, I'll raise my frequency here. But now, talking about it that way, it's more like we have to raise our frequency but also match a frequency. And so I'm wondering if that's right, and how we do that. How do we know what to match to get to those harmonics that will be the best, the kind of probability we want to create?
All right, there's a lot of thoughts there going on, and there's a little bit of a problem here in terminology, but we'll do our best to give you a bit of assurance and a picture. We have talked about these octaves, these waves of harmonics. In terms of harmonics, in simplistic terms, you can think of singers. You follow this? Creating various rounds. If we started to have one side of the room sing row, row, row your boat, and then the other side came in, you understand you would create an energy of harmonics, yes? Yes. And even though the first one might start out row, 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 it might be a bit weak, as everyone joined in, it would gain momentum, and that even the voices that perhaps may not sound individually so fantastic, as they met in a group and then the group made a new energy, they would make a harmonic. The round then would add to it, and if you kept rounding and you had 5 or 6 groups adding it, the whole picture would create something different than simple one person singing row, row, row your boat. You understand? That is an example of harmonic. When we talk about raising frequency, this is where the terminology can become challenging. In the Garden of the Mind model, the higher frequencies or cycles per second are associated with, let's say, the problems that can happen in beta. But if you rise above that and go to gamma, you find that some very high frequencies open the supermind. It is not the listing thinking mind. It is a higher mind of knowing many, many things. And that would be the terminology operating at very high frequency. Now, reality exists in terms of harmonics. Music, mathematics create energy patterns. These energy patterns build worlds. In simplistic terms, we have suggested that the 4 seasons, or the diagram our vehicle has drawn here for you, the world axis or world cross, that at each of those seasonal junctures, as things move around, this is a harmonic of sorts that entrains with the cosmos, or events that happen in the heavens, that affect your individual biology and the earth itself. It's another simple way of harmonics. Harmonics can be quite invisible, and harmonics can define probable worlds. And as you expand your ideas of what you think is possible, as you collectively start to realize that reality is interactive, that all things there's life and aliveness all around you. This, of course, is an expansion of consciousness. The more you expand your consciousness, the more you start to vibrate with another belief system, or another harmonic, or another round of energy. And as more and more people are called, or more and more people hear that, or sense and feel that round of energy, they join in and create, let's say, a new harmonic. There is no end to the harmonics. One level is not better than another, necessarily. They are all different. They, just like one song may be more favorite than another, but a song is a song. Do you understand? Harmonics are ways that energy vibrates to build a reality. That's the simplest way we can say it. And any reality can have all variations of harmonics. The same reality can be lifted up into a new probability of higher harmonic, where everything harmonic works together.